Alrighty, this is Byron McBride. Second video of the day, like I said I was going to do. I'm going to be talking about Mysterious Package Company's The Weeping Book experience. It costs $100, but unlike the rest of the experiences, it comes in one package, so you don't have to wait, a couple of months for everything to come in. And whenever you get it, what's kind of cool is it doesn't say it's from the Mysterious Package Company. It says it's from Wong Trading, which is just super cool. Uh, and I just imagine, if, like, let's say a friend of yours was signed up for the Mysterious Package Company and they sent this to you, you just get this thing out of nowhere, sent from some trading company, and inside would be a letter addressed to you. Underneath my thumb there is my real name. Byron McBride is my pen name. Uh, Addressed to you, handwritten. It is printed, but, clearly supposed to be a handwritten note. Saying that some man you don't know has been told that you need this package. Like I said, this comes nailed shut, so I had to pry it open with a hammer whenever I got it for myself last December. But whenever you open it up, it has just a few things. Because unlike some of the other experiences will give you like a lot of stuff to go through over the course of those couple of months that you're getting mailings in. That's my solution there. That was some part of that. The whole thing's kind of wrapped in this old newspaper. That is real newspaper. This isn't the newspaper itself isn't really part of the story. It kind of is because it's a Canadian newspaper, which the story ends up ending in Canada. I think that's it. And it also comes with a missing poster for the child in the story, and the titular Weeping Book itself is just all sorts of creepy. The amulet that's on there is part of a puzzle that's in the story that you can end up solving. It's not required to be able to enjoy the story, but nice detail. The front of the Weeping Book is burnt. Also, it just has a bend to it like that because it's so old and worn. And the amulet itself is pretty nice. See if we can get it to focus on that. I don't think it wants to. Well, that's fine. You can kind of see. It's got cool stuff on it. So we'll talk about the book a bit. It is just straight up a journal. In fact, like there's copyright material inside of here, but the copyright material is for the journal, not for the story. The story does not have any of the copyright material inside of the package, which is nice. At no point does the package itself take you out of the experience. Ooh, camera fell down, or phone fell down, hit the camera. There we go. Sorry about that. Inside of the book, you get small details like these photographs of Aaron. And as you get into it, the whole thing's, handwritten with drawings and symbols all over it as the story goes on. And there's also, later in the story, excerpts from old newspapers of people who were killed, and these are all tied into the story. I'm going to not really stop. I'm going to say, if you want to get this for yourself and you don't want any of the actual story spoiled, just stop. Stop right here. I've gone over all the stuff that the actual box contains. After this, I'm actually going to be talking about the story. Okay, so Aaron Campbell is just a young teenager. His dog passes away, and that's whenever he starts writing the journal so that he can emotionally deal with it. He ends up going on a trip to England with his mom, and while there, ends up having like these weird nightmares and stuff about an old woman, and in what he knows to be the city that he's or the town that he's in, but it all looks older, not modern, and sorry about that. It ends up being revealed that he is possessed by the spirit of a witch. and it just gets worse and worse for him. He starts becoming kind of violent and acting up. He has blackout moments where he just doesn't remember anything. During those moments, usually you get sections of the book like this, which are written by the witch, uh, and he ends up having to go to an insane asylum. His mom eventually gets him out of there and quote unquote, kidnaps him to go take him to someone who will help get rid of the witch's spirit. Uh, in the end, it doesn't really look like he got rid of her because the last journal entry is like, hey, so, I can't remember. Wait a second. I'm just going to take a peek here. I'll keep talking. Just here. Oh, yeah. I think she's giving up. I hope she's giving up. I hope I am safe. I hope I can sleep. So it sounds like, it's working. They got rid of him. But then immediately after that, there's one last section of her just going nuts, and talking about the day that she was, set to be hung. And in the end, I'm not entirely sure, like, if the boy is still possessed. It seems like it, because on a postcard that he ended up sending Tom, the person who sent us this package, and the guy who helped get rid of the ghost, you can see down there, "just fine" is written in the handwriting of the witch. So it seems like he's still possessed by the end of the story. And not only that, you too can now summon that crazy-ass witch ghost, because the puzzle that the amulet is a part of, the amulet is the key to be able to uncover the cipher. What it is there are smaller symbols around the edge of the amulet, coupled with numbers. I know you can't see them, but just believe me, they're there. What I ended up doing was, which was unnecessary in the end, I literally wrote down every single symbol with its number on a piece of paper, and then what I did is I went through the book, and every time they show up in the book, they're a pair. There's two symbols. And what it is the first symbol, you turn the symbols into their corresponding numbers. The first symbol is the line, the second one is the word on that line. And by using that, you end up getting this message. By bell and book and candlestick, I cast my spell of dark designs. By soul's death and devil's trick, I mark the symbols and the signs, and read these words between the lines. And now, with my secret learned from the grave, I am returned. In other words, by uncovering the puzzle, you end up casting the spell that releases her once again. Oh joy. But yeah, I love things like this. The Mysterious Package Company. I've really enjoyed Hunt a Killer so far. I really like storytelling mediums, maybe a novel, maybe not, that end up using their almost physical props to help tell a story, because part of the story, just at first that Aaron has gone missing because of the missing poster, but through the course of the journal, the diary, you realize it's not that he's abducted. His mom took him to try and go get help. But as far as the dad knows, yeah, his wife went and picked up their kid and then absconded with him, with their mentally ill child, seemingly. I wish more media was doing stuff like this. It's fascinating to me that you're able to take just a handful of items, and with those items, tell a complete story. I do really hope that with things like the Mysterious Package Company, the Hunt a Killer subscription box, I know there's a couple other. There's what is it? I cannot remember what the name of it is. It's a series or a puzzle box puzzle box experience company. Like, this is an experience company where, you know, you purchase the experience and then slowly they give you the pieces of the story. The other one, the one that I'm thinking of, it's like puzzle boxes inside of puzzle boxes. And those puzzle boxes always contain like interesting items that help you then discover more of the story or discover more solutions to the different puzzles. It's fascinating. I love this stuff. So that's going to be it for this video. I don't know if I'm going to make another one today. I might try. If I do, I'll probably make a video either about S, or I'll go over the first box of Hunt-A-Killer and all the different connections I managed to make just from the first box. Because the first box doesn't really start the story. It just gives you the names of the main characters, introduces you to John William James, your pen pal, and then gives you some interesting evidence that you can draw lots of parallels between. But there's no, there's no killer that you need to hunt yet. The story hasn't initiated. And despite that, the first box manages to be really, really cool. So, look forward to that sometime in the near future.